Hi everyone. Today I am going to teach you how to use your transformation worksheet to perform translation on the questions on your worksheet. So on your worksheet, you have three columns. One says translation, one says pre-image, and one says image. So I'm going to grab my worksheet rule sheet. So this is my transformation rule sheet. I am going to the section where it says translation. I see my formula. I'm going to grab it and put it on my paper. So this is telling me this is my translation. This is how my translation is going to be done. A and B, they are any number. And I'm going to translate onto my coordinate point X, Y. And this is being specific as to how to translate my X and my Y point. So I'm adding a number to X and I'm adding a number to B. Right. You might also see it in some of your Delta Math assignment. You might see it as instead of an equal sign, you might see that arrow. Okay, but basically it's the same thing. Okay, so let's do one example so you can have a better understanding as to what I'm saying. So we are going to do a translation and I am going to use a pre-image of 05 and I'm going to use 3, 1 onto my X and Y coordinate. So this is telling me here that my X coordinate, I need to add 3. And on my Y coordinate, I need to add 1. Okay, in class we used graph sheet. And when we use the graph sheet, these two numbers here were the numbers that let us know how to shift our coordinate points. So the 3 here, we notice it's a positive 3. So we're going to shift 3 places to the right. And the Y here is positive 1. So we're going to shift 1 place up. So because we don't have the graph sheet, we're going to do calculation. So according to our calculation, our coordinate point 0, 5, let's do the shift onto our X. So we have to, on the X, we have to add 3. Remember, this is my X and this is my Y. And my Y, I have to add 1. So 3 plus 1, 3 plus 0 is 3, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So my shift here in my translation is I just translate from 0, 5 coordinate point to 3, 6. So this is my image translation. Okay, let's try another one. So this is my translation, T, and this is going to tell me how my translation is going to be performed on my X and my Y coordinate point. So according to this, my X, I have to shift it 4 places. mistake here. And according to here, my y, I'm going to also shift it again, 1. Okay, so my pre-image, 0. Let's use 6 this time. And I need an image. So my x value, x, I am going to add 4. Let me put add on the side this time. Add, I'm going to add 4 to the x, and I'm going to add 1 to the y. So 4 plus 0, 4, 6 plus 1, 7. So my transformation here is I just translated 0, 6 coordinate point to 4, 7. All right, let's try another one. Let's try one. I'm not going to write any number here yet. Actually, let me write 0 and 4. And that's how I'm going to shift my x and my y coordinate. And remember, I can use an arrow here instead of equal. I'm using equal because the transformation rules sheet has equal. So this tells me my x, I need to shift my x 0 places. So I don't really have to add 0. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And my y, it's telling me my y, I need to add 4 to my y coordinate. So this is how I write it. So let's find another pre-image point. 3, 2. So my x, I know I add 0 to x, and my y, I add 4 to my y. So 3 plus 0, that's 3. 4, 4 plus 2, that's 6. So my image for 3, 2 is 3, 6. All right, let's try one last one with some negative values now. So t, that's my transformation. My transformation is my translation. Sorry, t is translation. -3, -1. I'm going to perform that on my x and y coordinate. So my x, I'm going to subtract 3 from my x, and y, -1. Okay. And remember I was saying add earlier. So we're still going to add. So coordinate point. Let's do 5, 0, and 5 again. So remember we are adding. So I did say subtract 3 before. So when we're performing, we're doing addition. So I'm going to add -3. So x -3. I'm going to add this to 0. Y -1. And I'm going to add -1 to 5. Okay? So my shift is 0 plus -3. That's -3. 5 plus -1. That's 4. So my translation is -3, 4. All right, so this is how we use the transformation worksheet, rule sheet, to perform translation on the worksheet, on the questions we have on the worksheet. So, hope that helps.